AJ Lee is back on Monday Night Raw. Jey Uso just speared LA Knight out of his shoes. The legendary Rey Mysterio is on the show. Are Rhea Ripley and Nikki Bella friends? We'll get to all of it. This is the WWE Raw Recap, a WWE and Fanatics original production. Oh, Megan. First of all, not bad for a basement, huh?
Look at this place.
Second of all.
You know, they talk about high maintenance talent.
Yeah.
You are at the top of the list because
That's true.
you literally made them build your basement here at WWE HQ.
I've had my, no, this is still my basement. I've had my workers in here for weeks, making upgrades to everything. There's a whole control room full of people back there. It's fantastic. But listen, we've got bigger fish to fry at the moment, even bigger than this grandiose basement studio, because we're going to get to the end of Monday Night Raw and the fact that Jey Uso speared LA Knight, which I don't think anybody, including LA Knight or Jimmy Uso, saw coming, and certainly not a lot of us. But, I mean, I can't believe it, and I don't think that I've had this feeling since CM Punk first returned to WWE. When CM Punk first returned to WWE at Survivor Series 2 years ago, there was this first initial moment, totally surreal, seeing CM Punk just in that aisleway, staring down at the War Games match that had just happened. But just the idea that I was watching a WWE television show and CM Punk was on it was like mind-blowing. But then the step two of it was turning on Monday Night Raw 48 hours later and seeing CM Punk walk to the ring on the franchise show, seeing CM Punk's logo on the Tron.
That's when it hit.
I mean, yeah, because it's like, this is for real. This is now this is happening.
Yeah.
This isn't like
Before
this,
it was a moment.
right.
Now it's solidified.
And I got the same feeling tonight when, after everything, and also the beautiful, wild speculation that we were able to have for about a week.
It's so funny. We really overanalyze a lot of things, right?
Analyze, I'll say.
I mean, throughout the week, I had convinced myself that it was going to be Rhea Ripley coming back. I had texted you so many times, Sam, what's going to happen if it's Rhea Ripley? And I love Rhea Ripley.
Of course, and I told you, it's not Rhea Ripley.
But I didn't believe it.
And you're like, no, I know. But what if?
You never know.
And you don't ever know.
Until the music hits and until the superstars appear, you don't know.
We got the return of AJ Lee to Monday Night Raw tonight after seeing her on Friday on SmackDown make that return. She shows up on SmackDown after CM Punk says, I would never lay a hand on a woman, but luckily I've got somebody that will. And it's AJ Lee, and it's like the Tron hits and the logo and the T-shirt and the shorts. She's got Vans on. She's skipping to the ring. She's sitting on that second rope like she always sat on that second rope, and she does her talking with her hands, slapping Becky all over the ring, clearly leaving a black eye on the Intercontinental Champion. And then apparently, which we didn't realize until tonight, walking out of the Allstate Arena with Becky Lynch's Intercontinental Championship.
It was interesting because we see AJ tonight on Raw skipping to the ring, and it's still that moment that you're talking about where it's surreal. Wow, 10 years have gone by, not just since AJ Lee was in WWE, but since AJ Lee was in wrestling as a 100%, whole.
100%. She retired. She didn't leave. Done. She retired.
Wrestling.
Right.
Now she's back in WWE. I'm processing this whole thing, and then I go, oh my God, she's wearing Becky Lynch's Intercontinental Championship.
She looks good in it.
I mean,
it fits her. It suits her. That's all. But anyway.
I can't agree with that, but that's your opinion.
Tonight was the night that she grabbed a microphone for the first time. We didn't hear her say anything on SmackDown. So to see her come out, see that graphic come out, when we get back, AJ Lee addresses the WWE universe or whatever, and it's like AJ Lee comes out. The music is back, the logo, she's coming out, and she kind of very briefly just tells the story. Sorry I was gone, but this is how popular. I mean, people don't understand. I mean, I guess they do because they hear the sounds that are made when AJ Lee comes to the ring. But I mean, AJ Lee is so popular. People are so excited to finally see AJ Lee back that she had an arena full of people in where? Milwaukee?
Milwaukee, yes.
Chanting for therapy. I mean, what an evolved culture we are in professional wrestling. You know, when we can really go like, yeah, like, you know, we're going to talk about duking it out. We're going to talk about who's the best. We're going to talk about who's going home with the gold and leaving everybody laying. But for a second, let's talk about how to better ourselves. You know what I mean? And AJ Lee, as fun as it was, just that moment of getting the audience to chant therapy is like, yeah, it takes a unique talent to have that level of connection with the audience.
And that's what AJ brings.
Right.
I mean, she came into WWE in a time where she was different than almost every other diva on the roster.
That's correct. And she had been inspired by women that were different than other women on the roster. And then she was able to inspire the future generation of women who would be different from other people on the roster, which is why she said, and by the way, I knew exactly what she was talking about when she came out and said, like, she said that, allow me to explain if your millennial parents were going crazy and you were wondering, you know, what this was. I was one of those millennial parents losing my mind on SmackDown when it actually happened. And she broke it down.
Yeah.
She's your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler.
Well, my favorite wrestler is Becky Lynch, and her favorite wrestler is Mick Foley. So it's not, I mean.
It's cool that you know that.
I read her book, best-selling author.
Was it best-selling author? How about the fact that you have best-selling authors wrestling each other? Like in a war with each other.
We were watching together, and I was trying to advocate for Becky Lynch, as I always do.
Right.
And as AJ's talking, I go, yeah, well, she's not a best-selling author.
And I was like, she actually is, Meg.
You go, she wrote a book. I was like, yeah, but it's not best-selling. And then I Googled it and said, oh, shoot, it was best-selling.
It was best-selling. Yeah, it was a really pretty huge success. But Becky Lynch coming out, and I mean, the idea of, I think Becky is so good in scenarios when all of this energy is circulating around the story that's being told. I mean, I don't recall the last time that, like, so quickly, because nobody knew this was even a possibility. Nobody going into the Fatal 4-Way at Clash in Paris was like, oh, Becky Lynch will screw over CM Punk, and then we'll get a mixed tag, and AJ Lee will return. Like, everything has happened so quick, and it has evoked so much energy from people that it's raised everybody up. And it's like, who can survive this close to the sun? That's what it feels like, without melting, without buckling under the pressure. And to me, performers like CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, and clearly, even though she's been gone for 10 and a half years, AJ Lee, this is where they become almost fully formed. Like, they become that sort of high-level version of themselves.
It's so interesting watching SmackDown on Friday. I see Becky Lynch and her reaction to AJ Lee coming out. And I don't know, Sam, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if there's ever been a moment on WWE programming where Becky Lynch looked that distraught.
I mean, it told the whole story. Becky's reaction and Seth's reaction to all of this told the whole story. And Becky comes out tonight. And I mean, it was art. It was theater, as Marty Scorsese once said. When Becky Lynch takes off her sunglasses to make a point and you see that shiner, and you're like, oh.
What a reveal, right?
I mean, it's so great because we're halfway in.
And you're thinking the entire time, wow. Well, at least I was thinking, wow, Becky looks so cool in those sunglasses.
Like, she just wore them because they're just a great accessory.
That's right.
But AJ Lee, Becky out there going like, we're not friends. We don't have anything in common. I don't like you. No, I don't suck. No, I don't suck.
Well, it is factually inaccurate. She does not suck.
I mean, if you're looking at statistics, you would be backed up. I mean, there's not a lot of statistics that say Becky Lynch sucks at her job. She's pretty good at her job. All people involved in this are quite good at their jobs. However, sometimes emotions get the better of all of us. And she takes those glasses off, and that's when you realize it's personal. But AJ Lee is not at all worried about it. She starts saying that like Becky Lynch draws attention to the fact that you're wearing my Intercontinental title. What are you doing? And AJ Lee starts talking about how she skipped around her house in it. She slept in it. It got a little weird this morning, she said. And Becky Lynch said, that's enough.
Yeah, I mean, she already had to deal with AJ's stank-ass husband.
That's not for you to say.
According to Becky's stank-ass husband, and now she has to listen to...
I like that you qualified it. Well, it was according to Becky Lynch.
That's right.
That's your journalism degree.
I didn't say he was a stank-ass husband.
No, you're saying it was said that.
It was said that he's a stank-ass husband.
Sure.
And now she's got to deal with what AJ's doing to her title.
What was it? That's what it was said that's who AJ was married to. What was the descriptive for AJ?
A Jersey trash bag weirdo.
That's not nice. You know what I mean? Like that's not cool.
It's not nice.
That's not that cool. But feelings are feelings. So then Seth comes out. He's trying, and I love this too. He's trying to get Becky's championship back, and AJ's stepping in front of him.
It was quite funny when Becky said, what kind of husband do you have? He's not out here defending you. He's making his wife do his dirty work.
Right. What kind of husband hides behind his wife? Like, what? Are we in Bizarro world? Where have we been? And but I was kind of waiting for AJ Lee to slap Seth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's what built up to the smack that Becky put down on Punk that made this all kind of happen. But it didn't happen because Punk shows up in his AJ Lee t-shirt, sneaks up behind Becky, gets in the ring, almost puts Rollins in the GTS. Rollins escapes, but boom, the match is made. It's official. We can tell you it is official. It was speculated upon before this, but as of tonight, it is official. WrestlePalooza. As if we didn't have enough already going on at WrestlePalooza. As if we didn't already have a night where we're going to crown a new women's world champion. As if we didn't already have a night where we've got John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. As if we didn't already have a night that the Usos are getting back together to take on the Vision, and we'll talk about that in a minute.
Historic night as well. WWE's first premium live event on ESPN.
That's right. We now add this mixed tag.
That's nuts.
CM Punk, AJ Lee, Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch. And I would tell you, I'm going to tell you, there was something I was noticing about what was going on in the building of all this. And this might be because ultimately it's two couples that see things differently. Mm-hmm. But if you watch how they move, Seth Rollins has such love and support for his wife. And his wife has such love and support for him. And CM Punk has such love and support for his wife. And his wife has such love and support for him. And I'm going like, is this the healthiest mixed tag team match that we've ever seen? Like, you don't understand. We come from a world of professional wrestling. There have been the disaster marriage per capita in the world of professional wrestling. There's been one good one, and it was at SummerSlam 91. Every single other one either has somebody getting slammed into a cake or Eric Bischoff peeling off makeup or something terrible happens. Al Wilson passes away. Terrible things happen at these weddings. And somehow, these two married couples, while they don't get along with each other, have created like the greatest, healthiest couple stories so that whoever you kind of relate to.
Therapy.
Yeah. Apparently relationship therapy as well. If you're like the sort of more flashy, Hollywood, high achieving couple, that's Seth and Becky. If you're kind of more the punk rock, DIY, down and dirty, that's more Punk and AJ. But I mean, they both these couples have such, amazing support systems built in. It's incredible.
I love seeing this. Is there any concern from your perspective at all about the fact that AJ Lee, done with wrestling for 10 years, comes back, and who does she go after? The fighting champion herself, Becky Lynch. I mean,
no jokes aside. Yeah,
of course.
One of the best.
Yes.
Right? Ever. So, yeah, look, and here's the other thing. When you got a match this high profile, there's expectations. Everybody's got to perform at a very high level. And, AJ was being funny about it on Raw. But the reality is that, you hear it on my podcast when I'm checking my emails every single week. Like, I interact with more fans that have not been watching for 10 years now than I ever have in the whole time I've been a wrestling fan.
Mm-hmm.
So it's true that like there are a lot of people that maybe they'll, go on Peacock or Netflix or ESPN or whatever to find old AJ Lee matches to get up to speed. But there are a lot of people watching that weren't here when AJ Lee was on her run. So there are a lot of people that are going to be watching like, I'm excited, I'm cheering for Punk and AJ, but my expectations are huge. She's got to be great if she's getting these kind of reactions. But you know what? Is that a concern? No. I don't think AJ Lee has chosen to come back.
Mm-hmm.
AJ Lee did not have to come back. And the evidence of that is in the fact that she didn't for 10 and a half years.
And she didn't go wrestle somewhere else.
She didn't go wrestle somewhere else. And as a matter of fact, when CM Punk came back to WWE, that was almost 2 years ago, and she didn't step foot anywhere near. She didn't cut a promo. She wasn't a manager. She was not in the business.
We even saw her at like the
No.
Netflix premiere.
No,
We didn't see her at the Hall of Fame with Punk.
she wasn't part of the show
No.
because she knew, like, if she was she's either in all the way or not in.
Mm-hmm.
There's no in a little. So the fact that she's chosen to come back now, and she's chosen to come back with this kind of spotlight, and look at the shape that she's in physically,
Phenomenal.
there's no way you could tell me that she's not been training like insane for this.
Of course. And everything that AJ's accomplished, it was in a different women's division.
Yeah.
Completely different women's division.
Yeah.
I mean, Becky Lynch turned the Divas division into the women's division.
Becky Lynch did that? Singular?
In my opinion.
That's a bold statement. Singular?
Okay. Well, listen, I'm the biggest Becky Lynch fan you're going to find. But
I
Becky
gotta take
Lynch.
for Brooklyn to show you.
All right. You're getting me. You're getting me, Sam. You're getting me. No, but Becky Lynch was one of the women who helped turn the Divas division into the women's division. And AJ Lee she's walking into the eye of the storm right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's no disrespect to AJ Lee.
No, you'd say that about anybody.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, it's not. I'm not concerned.
Okay.
I'm not concerned. And you see people coming back and wanting to be a part of it. You see Nikki Bella being a part of it and being like, no, I can figure out where I fit into this too. And Charlotte finding her spot, and it's a different spot than it used to be. And even Becky's a different Becky than she used to be because it's an evolving division as it should be. As, by the way, is the tag team division, because the other tag team match that we found out about tonight on Monday Night Raw it is official. We saw them at the end of Monday Night Raw last week. We open with them this week. Jimmy and Jey Uso.
It feels so good, but it also feels so different.
So different because they're no longer a tag team. They're a super team. They're two massive single stars that are coming together to form a team. The difference in this one is their foundation is in being a team together. I don't know that that's really happened very much before. And to see it happen with the Usos is like, that is a tag team legacy that you really can't touch. So the match is made. It's Jimmy and Jey Uso, the Usos, back together as the Usos, taking on the Vision, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed.
Or as Jimmy called them, the Brusos.
The Brusos, Braun. I mean, they were figuring out whatever, the Brawnies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I believe, did they call Paul Heyman the Orca?
The Orca, a.k.a. The dumbass.
Right. Yeah. He said, as the OTC says, Jimmy was, on fire. Jey and Jimmy together. But it was very interesting the way the night evolved, because there was friendliness in the very beginning, even a willingness to run that back. Mm-hmm. And that willingness wasn't there last week. However, Jey is in this space where he has taken cousin OTC's words to heart about being there for your family, and that's the only people that you're there for. And it's really interesting because the World Championship changes people. And that's the difference here with Jimmy and Jey getting back together. They both have had massive singles careers. Jimmy didn't win the World Championship. Jimmy hasn't been through those roads. And everybody that we've talked to about being the world champion, talks about the reality of what it is, and talks about the idea that you're not just defending your title in matches, but you are living that life as the world champion. And there's everything that happens in front of the camera. There's everything that happens behind the scenes. There's all the added responsibilities that go with it. There's the pressure you put on yourself. There's the pressure others put on you. So it feels like Jay has come off of his title reign a different person, not willing to help LA Knight. LA Knight not looking for help at first necessarily. Jimmy trying to be that one that puts everyone together. We get to this main event. It's LA Knight. It's Bronson Reed.
And it was interesting because before the main event even happened, we heard Jimmy say that line that sort of stopped us all in our tracks.
Which is?
You're starting to sound like Roman Reigns.
You don't sound like yourself. You sound like Roman Reigns. And it's really interesting because as that bloodline story was moving, so many people were saying it. You might have been one of them. I don't know. That were saying, this is Jay's story. Mm-hmm. Right? And I was always like, well, there's a lot of stories going on here. It's not fair to say
Sammy's
this is
story.
Jay's.
It was
right.
Jay's story.
It was Roman's story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Solo story at times.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Heyman. Look at Heyman now.
Of course.
But I think that the idea that Jay comes out of this bloodline story as the world heavyweight champion, right? Cool. Then what? Right? What happens after? What happens after he gets a taste for it? What happens after? Does he just go back to being friendly? Does he just go back to joining a tag team? Does he just go back to hanging out with his brother Jimmy like old times? No, because these aren't old times. Mm-hmm. We're moving forward as we go. And what happens if there is something in that family, that there is something that championship does, and it may not be a bad thing, because it wasn't for Roman Reigns. Last time I checked, he got a 3.5-year title reign out of it. So clearly, it wasn't bad for Roman Reigns. He spears LA Knight at the end of the show for literally no reason whatsoever. And in my head, I'm like, first of all, I don't know when LA Knight decided it was a good idea to have friends. And second of all, I'm kind of with Jay on this one.
LA Knight is sort of hypocritical, right? When he decides to have friends, because what has LA Knight's whole story been?
He's on his own.
That's right.
And that's how he's succeeded.
And we heard him in the locker room with Jimmy before the main event match against Bronson Reed, where he said, I don't want help.
Right.
Don't come out and help.
Right. Here's my question about Jay, though. I'm liking this,
An
I don't know.
Your side of Jay?
Serious. Yeah. I like it. I like it. And the fact that, Jay should be
serious,
spearing people, and Jay should be looking for no new friends right now. Who needs friends? Mm-hmm. Doesn't show friends, show business, right? And he's got a family in there with him. And it's interesting to see a scenario where Jimmy, in this tag team match we've got coming up at WrestlePalooza, is going to have to he's almost in a position where it's like Jay's saying, yeah, I'm the leader. And we've never seen that with the Usos. There's never been a leader with the Usos. It's always been a tag unit, but Jimmy's trying to figure out where Jay's head is at right now. And my question is, has Jay lived long enough without dying the hero to become a villain? Because what happens? You either die a hero or
you become a villain.
Jay's not dead.
I don't know if I'm fully ready to see Jey Uso as a villain right now.
I don't know.
But to see how you put it, a serious Jey Uso, a focused on business Jey Uso, I'm here for that. But it is a fine line between being focused on business and being serious and becoming a villain.
Wherever it goes, I can't wait to see what Jimmy and Jay do together as a tag team. I can't wait to see the Usos on the same side of the ring again. I mean, that place is going to go nuts. Just the visual, just the fact that, how long has it been since this is the tag team that brought the tag team championship to the main event of WrestleMania. I don't know any other tag team that's done the things that the Usos have done. And we'll see it at WrestlePalooza. We have a mega guest on the show tonight. The Hall of Famer, Rey Mysterio, is with us. We got to get to him. Let's hit you with this. Guys, we'll be back to it in a minute, but we all love the summer. But here's the thing about the summer. You got to stay looking right, but you got to stay feeling right too. You got to feel cool. You got to feel dry, but you got to be able to go. Like, here's what I like to do. You got to be able to go to dinner with the wife, with the family, but then stay out at night. Stay by the fire pit. As it gets warm on those nights, how do you stay cool? I'll tell you how I do it. Mack Weldon. Mack Weldon has me covered. They have had me covered all summer long, thanks to their new Tech Linen line, which combines the easy charm of classic linen with cool Max technology. You can explore shirts, shorts, hoodies, and more at MackWeldon.com, and you get 25% off your first order with code RAWRECAP. This everything on the site. And it will have you looking like you have a professional stylist. You don't. It's easy. It's simple. It doesn't wrinkle. You put it in a drawer. You take it out. You stay cool. You look nice. Everybody thinks that you've gotten some upgrade in life, but you haven't. You've just been listening to the Raw Recap and listening to us tell you about Mack Weldon. Get breathable clothes that you can feel comfortable in all summer long and beyond summer, because just when you think the heat wave is over, it comes flying back at you. You think it's the fall. No. You still need this Mack Weldon. You still need this Tech Linen. Right now, go to MackWeldon.com and get 25% off your first order of $125 or more with promo code RAWRECAP. That's MackWeldon.com, promo code RAWRECAP. And here he is, master of the 619, WWE Hall of Famer. Just a few days now removed from the next AAA Worlds Collide that's going down on Friday, immediately after SmackDown. You'll be able to watch it live on YouTube. Rey Mysterio, welcome to the Raw Recap, man.
Thank you guys very much. Always a pleasure talking to you and seeing you, even though it's not a person, but I get to see your faces right here. Thank you very much.
Well, I wish we could see your face too. It is covered in a mask. But
Never.
But man, I mean, that I have been following your career. And, I remember specifically sitting down to talk about it in the biography that A&E did a while back. And them saying, when was the first time you were exposed to Rey Mysterio? And I remembered specifically AAA When Worlds Collide, 1994, like that show, the idea, right, that not only is Worlds Collide back in such a way that we're now already like on our second Worlds Collide show in this iteration, but the WWE and AAA have this partnership that you're representing. You're going as a representative now of WWE and AAA in this sort of new era. I mean, it has to be surreal for you, to say the least.
Incredible. Like this is a futuristic moment that I'm living in right now. Like I was mentioning to you earlier, I never saw this move coming to eventually see WWE TKO purchase a Mexican company by the name of AAA, which is the company that pretty much gave birth to Rey Mysterio. Very first time being on national television. I remember very clearly in Veracruz in 1992. And to see this evolution of the sport to where we're at now is just unbelievable. The opportunity, not only for the upcoming talent, for the talent that is the roster that is build AAA to where it's at now, now have the opportunity to eventually merge into either NXT, Raw, SmackDown, you name it. So it's a very exciting moment that not only us as superstars we're living, but the fans are enjoying very, very much.
Yeah, man. And you see, like, even going back to Triple Mania, you see moments like Finn Balor bringing out Demonito. You see, like, all of these incidents, right, of WWE superstars going to AAA. And instead of doing historically what has been a thing, which is bringing WWE into AAA and trying to make luchadors be a little bit more WWE, these shows feel so much more like WWE superstars are going in and learning lucha. And I think WWE fans are watching this and finally kind of understanding what contemporary lucha is all about.
I think Conan said it best one time. He said, finally, lucha libre is now being exposed worldwide. This is the big opportunity that he one day envisioned, and that now it's happening. And I'm so happy that he's a part of this, because I mentioned to the fans at Triple Mania something that me and him had spoken about. When Dom had gotten his early start here with the company, he said the one thing that I'm missing is to eventually, be able to work with my godson, you, and us three together in the same company. I've lived many moments with Conan, but now to see that come in full circle, and to see the excitement and just the emotion that is running through his head as I look at him dead in the eyes is just incredible, because he's so passionate about lucha libre, and he's so passionate about the fans, because this needed to come to a position where it is now. Let the whole world visualize and realize what lucha libre is all about, and here we are.
Yeah, I was looking over the card, and I'm sure, Megan, you want to talk about the card, but like one of the matches that like jumps out at me immediately is the fact that you got the AAA Tag Team Championship match, which
Yep.
is New Day, who again, New Day is one of these teams that is a tried and true. That's a WWE team. And the idea of it's 2025 and we get to go in and on this AAA show see Psycho Clown and Pagano versus the New Day in a championship match is nuts
Crazy.
to me.
It's
Nuts.
crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I've been following Psycho Clown from the moment he entered AAA, and I was a huge fan of his father. Rest in peace. Um, as a kid, I remember watching his dad in the auditorium in Tijuana when I was just a fan. 9, 10, 11 years old, and to see just how this new generation is taking over, and Pagano being his tag team partner is he's just a crazy guy. He loves to go out there and give it all, it's going to be very interesting to see how New Day approaches this match, because they have a lot on their hands right now.
Yeah, and it's been so fun. You talk about exposing AAA to the entire world. I mean, never in a million years did I think I'd be spending my Saturday watching Triple Mania, but WWE's made it so accessible on YouTube that you're just locked in. And I'm wondering, have I been missing out on this fun my entire life because the show was next level? But then you have superstars like you're talking about in the WWE. I'm thinking about Natalia and the version of Natalia that we saw at Triple Mania. She's on the
Right.
card for Worlds Collide. What do these opportunities do for current main roster stars to maybe have the chance, like Natalia, to show that side of Natty that we got to see at Triple Mania?
Oh, your lucha libre is wrestling. It is worldwide known. You get to learn more of the craft from different countries, and I think that's the beautiful part of this sport. That it's universal, but every style or every country or has their style, their unique taste of what they represent and how they represent it. And I've seen Natalia these last two matches that she's had in AAA. Oh my God, has she stepped up her game? She is learning. Not to mention, she has a great teacher in TJ by her side, because to me, he is one of the best in my eyes. Like technician, he's very open minded with how to put moves together when you're talking ground game. So I'm sure that Natalia has been learning something from TJ as well. But overall, like her growth has been just amazing. I've enjoyed watching her matches in AAA these last two times that I've seen her.
So Mr. Iguana was obviously a breakout star of AAA, like immediately, all of the American fans just exposed, instantly connected for whatever reason it was with Mr. Iguana. You think Nino Hamburguesa is next?
I definitely think he has a lot of potential to
Yeah.
just ride that wave as well with Mr. Iguana. I mean, if you would have seen that card when the first Worlds Collide came to fruition, would you have said Mr. Iguana was the one that's going to stand out? Probably not,
Right.
but he did. And that's because I know the guy personally. He's very passionate. He knows what he wants to get across to the fans. He knows how to connect. He's humble. His feet are flat on the ground, and he wants to learn. He wants opportunity. So it's very exciting to see his growth and for him not to expect it from the first day. So you can see now the excitement in his mind is just twisting and turning. Okay, how do we make this better? So that's what it's all about, how to connect with your fans. But Nino Hamburguesa, to me, I think is probably the next in line.
I think you might be right. However, listen, we haven't even talked about this main event, Ray.
Ah,
What? Tell me this.
Sam is a massive Dominic Mysterio fan.
Ray knows. Ray knows.
it's okay.
Tell me this.
Hey, you have the
Yeah.
right.
Thank you. Thank you. What is it going to feel like when you realize that the AAA Mega Championship that Vikingo has defended well, when you realize that a Mysterio is holding that AAA Mega Championship?
Well, first thing or first thought that comes to mind is I never became a mega champion in AAA in the 4 years that I was there. So I honestly, God's honest truth, I give him his props if he overcomes that obstacle. Uh, Another thing that a Mysterio has never done is become double champion, carrying a title from the U.S. and a title from Mexico. So if he were to do that, now I'm gonna have to tip my mask twice to him.
Wow.
Would it be hard? Yes, it would be because I wish he was flat on this ground on Earth and not in Cloud Nine. But overall, Hijo del Vikingo to me is like an unbelievable superstar athlete. Is just on a different level. The stuff that he does with ease is amazing. So I don't know. He's gonna have a tough challenge in his hands. I mean, Dom, Dirty Dom, because again, Vikingo has defended and has been a great champion for the company, but you just never know, right? You never know what's gonna happen this Friday.
Yeah, I mean,
If Dominic is
yeah.
able,
what do you mean
I mean that's why they have the match.
if?
If Dominic is able to walk out of Worlds Collide as the champion, you just pointed out that he would accomplish two things that no Mysterio has ever done. Are you saying that he could be the greatest Mysterio of all time?
Well, I don't know if two titles define you as the greatest Mysterio of all time. I mean, this is gonna happen in one night. I've been doing this for 34 years. Would one night overcome 34 years of career? That's a people question, But again, uh, he will start breaking ground to become potentially the best Mysterio of all time. That is always a big possibility. And if he does it this Friday, then he's just getting closer and closer to that goal.
And listen, I mean, Dominic has frustrated a lot of people. He's frustrated you, Megan. Sounds like he's frustrating Ray. Because the thing is, when you talk like you talk when you're Dominic Mysterio, people do. They want you to fail, except he just
Right.
keeps getting better and better and better and better and better. And it's frustrating for a lot of people that aren't on the bandwagon.
It is. It is. And for some reason, for him, it works. He
Yes.
feeds off of that. He leeches off of it. And how he becomes successful, only he knows the true formula. For me, it was always the opposite. My success was always from the chance and the connection with the fans, where I just, if I felt the love, I would just give all the love back. for him is a complete opposite. But hey, each person goes his own way, right?
That's right.
His success is pretty undeniable. I mean, I might have
Very,
to
very undeniable. Yeah.
jump on the bandwagon at some point.
You got to. Everybody's got
Nah,
to.
I don't say that.
I mean, Ray, when you talk about your career, two of the people that you've been in the ring with that I think is another match, the same way we like, I mean, I still, even though we've seen them in the ring together in the Fatal 4-Way at Triple Mania, the idea of seeing Dominic Mysterio and Vikingo main eventing this show, Vikingo, for years now being one of the greatest wrestlers in the world is nuts. But another match to me that's nuts is the fact that we're getting Brock Lesnar versus John Cena at WrestlePalooza. You've been part of the journey of Brock Lesnar. You've been part of the journey of John Cena. What have you made of John Cena's retirement tour? And what do you think about the fact that we're not long away from WrestlePalooza where we're going to get John Cena and Brock Lesnar?
I'll tell you what. The day I saw John Cena turn on Cody, I was sick to my stomach. I couldn't believe it. But again, I didn't see it coming. So that kind of, I had 50-50 partial feelings on what was going on, because if I didn't see it coming, that means it was done very well. So again, the last match that Cody and Cena had, SummerSlam, was incredible. I really enjoyed it. Me personally, it's very different when you're in the locker room watching the monitors, but when you're at home and you have nobody around and you're just chilling, you're having yourself a drink and you're watching the TV and you're watching the show, you realize things that you don't realize when you're at the arena. So I remember texting both of the Cody and John. I said, really good match, guys. I really enjoyed it from home. Congratulations to both of you. Now, Brock is a different beast, though. God damn, he doesn't care if you're on your way out or you just came in, or if you're John Cena or whoever it is that you are. Brock is just, he's from another planet. And I honestly didn't realize that I was scared of Brock until I stepped in the ring with him for the first time. And I was like, damn, this dude is huge. But overall,
Wow.
I think it's going to be very interesting to see both of them, especially on Cena's way out. And I'm excited to see where this is going to go. Really,
Well, I'm excited to see what's the future holds for you, Ray. Do you think that as there's a chance, especially now, are you itching to get to a place where you can wrestle on a AAA show with AAA now being under the WWE umbrella?
I would definitely love that. That's something that I was able to do at one point, right after maybe 2014. I came back to AAA, and again, at that time, didn't even realize that this was going to happen. And now that it's happening, like, I really can't wait for the opportunity to be able to step in the ring and be able to represent both companies that gave me my opportunity in life, in my career. So I'm very excited for that day to potentially come.
Is it possible? Okay, so I mean, I don't know what time looks like, and who knows, but you've never held the AAA Mega Championship.
Uh-oh. Sam's fantasy booking over here.
If Dominic Mysterio were to win the AAA Mega Championship, everybody has had these ideas of like maybe one day, maybe mask versus hair, maybe this, maybe that.
Right?
Is there a universe where there's a Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio AAA Mega Championship match somewhere in the universe?
But there, never say never, right? Um,
Mhm.
although prior to our match at WrestleMania, a lot of things were happening with the family, and how he was stepping over boundaries that he never did while he was under our roof, meaning my wife's, my daughters, and my roof. So that pushed me way too much to the edge, which is why that WrestleMania match happened. I've kind of let things just be bygones. Let him do his thing. Let me do my thing. But if there comes a time, if he does become mega champion and he gets in my face or he just happens to light that spark up once again, of course, there is a huge opportunity for that.
But he's been getting pretty close with El Grande Americano. What do you think of El Grande Americano and how he represents lucha?
Good question.
I think that El Grande Americano might be that wrestler that came early in the 1930s, or is a descendant from that. That was the first wrestler to bring a mask into Mexico, into lucha libre. So I think that's where the story goes. I think he is claiming that he is like the official luchador, El Grande Americano. Overall, he does have talent. I'm not going to deny it. Um, is he Mexicano or Latino or Hispano?
Mix-
Yeah, scratch my head on that one. I don't know. Has he been corrupted by Dirty Dom?
Definitely.
I mean,
What?
that's what I've been seeing, unless
Yeah,
I'm
me
mistaken.
too.
This is-
And I'm afraid to even just go overboard and start coming up with scenarios of what might happen this Friday. But I'm just hoping that it is a clean fight and that El Grande Americano stays out of the way. Let Hijo del Vikingo take care of business with Dirty Dom. And I think that was another thing that I should have mentioned earlier. If Dirty Dom gets this victory over Hijo del Vikingo, fair and square, clean, I'll go down on my knees and say, hey, congratulations.
But it would have to be clean.
It would
listen,
have to be clean. That's the only way you have to become the greatest mystery of all time.
I agree with that. Yeah.
before
Come on, Sam.
most of the victories have been clean. But before you go, Ray, I want to ask you, as a fan, not just of professional wrestling, but of sports in general. This is something that we ask a lot of people. If you could get an autograph from any athlete or superstar ever, so you could go into any sport, wrestling, anywhere, any athlete or superstar ever, whose autograph would it be and why?
Oh wow, that's a good one. Very good, as a matter of fact. Um, I would have to say, just because my dad was a huge soccer fanatic, and when the World Cup came to Mexico and Argentina won the World Cup there, and they call it the famous God's hand. I would have loved to have gotten an autographed soccer ball from Maradona.
Great answer.
That's a good one.
Great answer.
Yes. Yes.
Well, Friday is the day, September 12th, 10 p.m. Eastern time. So right after SmackDown, wherever you are, you'll be able to watch AAA Worlds Collide on YouTube. It'll be in English and in Spanish.
I
mean,
love that.
AAA.
Let's go.
Yes.
Both
yes.
languages. Yes.
Both languages. AAA has been doing insane numbers on YouTube for the last couple shows. Let's keep the trend going. This card is going to be unreal. And Ray, thank you so much for taking some time to talk to us about it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. I hope I see you guys soon.
Hall of Famer right there.
He's the best.
Rey Mysterio. I cannot wait for the AAA show. Every AAA show since they've been up on the WWE's YouTube channel and everything, they've been amazing. Now AAA has had amazing shows for years and years and years. Don't get me wrong, but with all these new eyeballs on it, it's really fun for me to watch kind of the narrative shift where fans that I never heard talking about AAA are like not only talking about it, but watching full shows and becoming invested in the wrestlers on the shows that they had not seen before.
Mr. Iguana stole the night at the last Worlds Collide. Micro Man stole the show.
Yeah, he did.
At Triple Mania.
Yeah.
I think it's a good call. Hamburguesa.
That's right. That's my guy. Listen, all of them are ending up with authentic tees on Fanatics and WWE shop because they're so popular. And there's all new authentic tees all over the place on WWE shop and Fanatics, including, of course, the AJ Lee Love Bites Back collection. After 10 years, she's back. And so is all of her merch, tees, hoodies, tanks, and more. All of it's up there right now. You can grab it. And also, by the way, football's back.
I heard about that.
You watching these games?
Oh, I've been watching.
Well, you got to watch in the right way. The best way to kick off the season is with these NFL legacy titles.
Ooh.
Get a championship title representing your favorite team at WWE Shop and Fanatics. What about Seth Rollins? We know Seth is a big Chicago Bears fan.
I think it was a good night. Oh, no, I actually...
Don't bring that up.
All right.
Don't bring that up.
All right.
But he's still holding that title belt strong. He's got his belt. Collect your favorite team's championship style title and let everyone know where your loyalty stands. That's what it's all about. Win, lose. It's all about loyalty.
Did the Bears blow it, guys?
We don't know. We don't know right now. Okay? Because I think Seth is... Okay, Vikings are up at this moment 27-17. But that's at this moment. And who knows? By the time you're hearing this...
Well, get your title belt.
Look, get the leg. And as a matter of fact, with a game like that, get a Bears and a Vikings belt. Whoever wins that way. You know what team? You know what my favorite NFL team is?
The Jets.
The winning one.
Yeah,
That's the one that I like. That's the one that I like.
it's not the Jets.
No. It's not the Jets. Not this. And the Giants are unfortunately already out for the season. But you can still get their title at Fanatics. A lot going down on Raw tonight. As I was saying earlier, who would have thought a friendship brewing between Nikki Bella and Rhea Ripley?
You really think so? Going as far to say friendship.
There's a friendship, and Rhea Ripley came to Nikki Bella's defense. I don't know how is that not a friendship?
It's interesting. Nikki Bella is seen backstage with Io, and we know that Nikki Bella is close with Stephanie. Stephanie and Io have the title match at WrestlePalooza, and then Rhea also wants to be in the title mix, and Nikki Bella again cozying up with Rhea Ripley. Nikki's making a lot of friends.
Nikki's very friendly.
Sure.
I mean, don't you think that
show friends, show business? What are we talking about here, Sam?
At the moment, first you make your friends, then you make your money.
So you make your friends and you screw them all over.
No, that's not how you make your money. No. By the way, if that's the case, watch out. But anyway, but anyway, no. I think that they're in a situation where what's happened? They both tried to be cool with Io, and then Asuka has a huge problem with it. And Kyrie kind of tends to follow Asuka's lead a little bit. That's what I'm picking up on.
I don't think she really has a choice.
Kyrie!
And every time the yell gets louder.
It does. And every time it catches Kyrie saying off guard. She can't believe.
Poor Kyrie. She's trying to be nice.
She is. She's just trying to be like, okay, let me be cool. Because Kyrie's had her own issue. Let me be cool right now. Kyrie! Every time. It's my favorite thing. And you just wait for it. You wait for it. Kyrie is just, it happens like 2-3 times every single show. It could happen 10 times on every single show.
It's amazing that Kyrie still stays back. Like Asuka's going to realize that she's not.
Because it's like, hey man, I know she kind of.
Kyrie!
As described on commentary, she's a lot.
Asuka?
And
she's also accomplished a lot.
Listen. She beat Nikki Bella tonight. That's a Hall of Famer. We had a Hall of Famer on the show. There was a Hall of Famer on Monday Night Raw. And Nikki Bella, she took Asuka far, not all the way to the limit, but Asuka locked on that Asuka lock, and it was over for Nikki Bella. But I think that this union has been formed between Nikki Bella and Rhea Ripley because the Kabuki Warriors yelled at them for being friends with Io Sky. And when I say Kabuki Warriors, I mean mainly Asuka. And Asuka's yell has an effect on people. It draws emotion out. Those are two people that have experienced it.
Asuka, veteran in this business, has accomplished so much.
Incredible.
Do you think any part of her is just looking out for Io?
You can't. These are grown-ups. You can't go like, I'm just looking out for you, but you're not. I mean, it's literally textbook toxic relationship stuff. Can you imagine? Your friend is like, you can't be friends with her. And you're like, what do you mean? And she goes, I'm just looking out for you, Megan. You're like, oh, I'm so sorry.
That is abuse.
You know you know who you are?
Psychological abuse.
And guess who you are? Kyrie. Look, Kyrie.
It's just so interesting to me that Rhea Ripley wants to be friends with Io Sky when Io Sky is the one that Rhea Ripley has been unable to pin. And Io Sky has been the one hurdle that Rhea has not been able to overcome to win the Women's World Championship. Io Sky also happens to have a title match for said Women's World Championship.
I don't think that with Rhea Ripley, I don't think there is any friendship that is too deep that Rhea would say, no, I would never rip your head off.
Oh, I don't think so either.
For the world championship. I don't even think that's crossed her mind. She's like, no, we're cool because we're not wrestling right now. But the minute it's time, I mean, right now, Io's not even the champion. Like, but if you were to win the championship, and I talk to, of course, I'm going to talk to Adam Pearce and say, yeah, who better for this than me? You know?
I agree with that.
And I think that once that happens, that's all out the window.
Maybe Asuka has just been burned by friendships backstage before, so she doesn't want Io to make the same mistakes.
She's gone through a lot, but I mean, you can't control people. Well, if you're Asuka, you probably can.
It looks like she's.
I don't think
Kyrie.
I'm going to tell Asuka how to handle her business.
Yeah,
I
don't think you need to get yelled at like Kyrie.
Well, it'd be very, very scary. However, there's big news
What's that?
about WWE and Tops. You hear about this?
The cards, Tops Now?
Yeah, no, not Tops
I
Now.
love Tops Now.
Finest WWE has finally come back to the hobby. That's The Rock. This set is a high-energy tribute to sports entertainment built for collectors who crave vibrant designs, premium tech, and chase-worthy pulls. I can't wait to get this. I wasn't able to grab it on the pre-order, which is why I'm glad we have it on sale. Every box delivers a thrilling mix of content, 2 autographs, a full spectrum of base and parallel cards, refractors, inserts, all these things that highlight the biggest names and moments in WWE today. It's a 300 card base set. And it's a collector's challenge. It's packed with common and uncommon and rare tiers, each available across a rainbow of parallels. All those parallels are numbered to a certain, it's the best. Plus, each case guarantees one major case hit. You got packs. They're in a box. The boxes are in a case. Each case will have one case hit buried into one of the boxes. So you just got to keep hunting and hunting and hunting. Dark Energy, Double Exposure, or Ulafala. I'm going to go through a lot of boxes trying to find that Ulafala. Whether you're chasing your favorite superstars, protecting or prospecting new talent, or protecting, or going for the full rainbow, 2025 Finest WWE brings the action. Yeah.
We got a lot of room in this basement.
You got to
get your orders.
That's true. We might have to put some some of those pages up, those binder pages up.
Oh, yeah.
With all these cards. It'll be great. I recommend it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'll tell you, it's interesting. I'm glad that it happened tonight because I don't remember if we said it on the pod or not. But last week, when Dominic Mysterio was victorious, defending his championship.
With the help of El Grande Americano.
No. And that's okay. Look.
Sometimes you need help.
A great commentator once said, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Okay? And I think you abide by those rules too. All right?
Sometimes you have to, right?
I've seen you trip people while you're running.
Oh,
I've seen it happen. So when that happened, I said, look, I think Dominic has now figured out by hook or crook how to beat AJ Styles twice. I think AJ's got a little bit of work to do before he gets another match with Dominic Mysterio, especially because, in my opinion, after Friday, Dominic's going to be a double champ. Vikingo is one of the literally best wrestlers in the world. So is Dominic Mysterio. So
he should have beat Vikingo last time. If it wasn't for AJ Styles, he would have already been a double champion.
See?
And I'm a Dominic hater.
But you watch.
I do.
You watch. You're a Dominic hater, but you tell the truth. And you have to. And the truth is that I got excited because I go, you know what? We need to get a Grande Americano AJ Styles match. And because I think the thing about Grande Americano is that everybody makes jokes and everything, but people forget Grande Americano rules at wrestling.
He's very good at wrestling.
Right. So
we love the joke with the entrance. It's funny. Who is Grande Americano?
There's a couple
Bell
of them.
rings.
And then another Grande comes out to ringside. Good. Be supported by another Grande Americano.
And that Grande Americano, he's good too.
He seems very good. He seems very good. I don't know if I've ever seen him in a full match, but he seems very good.
Knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I thought I was so psyched to see this AJ Styles Grande Americano match. And by the way, like, I think sometimes we take for granted too how popular AJ Styles still is. Like, we were talking about it.
Milwaukee went nuts for him.
We were talking about it in Paris, remember?
Yeah.
That it was like, oh, this might be the moment. Oh, thank God it wasn't, because I'm a fan. But it felt like there were a lot of people going like, he's our guy. And I mean, he comes out in Milwaukee and people go nuts for him. I feel like AJ has entered into this, like, I mean, very recently, like right now, AJ has entered into this period in his career where there's a level of appreciation for the level at which he's working and the consistency with which he's able to just pull off great match after great match after great match after great match. I mean, nobody can do this.
And AJ was away with an injury for a little while.
Right.
And now that we have him back on our television screens, just delivering every
Right.
time, you realize how much you appreciate it, because we didn't have that for a little while when he was injured.
Right. Got help from Dragon Lee. AJ better not be anywhere near Las Vegas on Friday, by the way. Nowhere near. He's got no business there.
He lost to Dominic twice. It's enough.
I don't want to see him until next Monday, okay? Nowhere near Worlds Collide.
You won't appreciate that.
Won't appreciate it at all. I'd say I thought you're better than that, AJ. That's what I'll say.
I appreciate you on Monday Night Raw when you're not.
Then that's what, if I could talk to him right now, I'd say, I can't wait to see you again next Monday and not before, is what I would say. But I mean, the fact that he was able to pull off that Styles Clash after Dragon Lee came out created a little bit of a diversion. But to be fair, Grande Americano had his second Grande there with him, so the numbers did even out. And watching him nail it, I thought it was great. And I'll tell you, while I don't want to see Dominic Mysterio lose to anybody, I know there's not a lot of opportunity left, but there is one match that I really want to see this year.
What's that?
I really want to see AJ Styles and John Cena one more time. I think the level at which John Cena is working right now, and I mean, AJ and John Cena knowing this is it, this is the last time, John knowing, you know, he's done in a couple of months, AJ knowing, like, look, I've got a limited number of these left in me too, in terms of great matches. One would think, I mean, who knows? AJ Styles kind of a magician, but one more John Cena versus AJ Styles match. We only got, like, I think John said like 7 dates left with John. But man, would I love to see one of those be an AJ Styles
Did the
match.
Styles Clash? Was that just like the dangling carrot as well?
Because I'm looking at all these other tributes he's paying, and most of the other tributes he's paying, it's like, we're not going to get that match. Like, we see the pop-up powerbomb on SmackDown. We're not going to get the Kevin Owens match. Kevin Owens out with an injury.
But Kevin Owens did tweet about it.
Sure.
It was great.
And that's great. I love all the tributes. You know, we see the Kurt Angle ankle lock and even the Angle slam. We're not going to see a Kurt Angle match. Kurt Angle's not wrestling anymore. But we saw that Styles Clash, and then I'm watching AJ in Paris, and I'm watching AJ in Milwaukee tonight, and I'm seeing what John Cena is doing with people like Logan Paul, Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, and I'm like, yeah, dude, just one more somewhere, squeeze it in wherever you can, because it would be a classic. It would be a forever match.
What about John Cena and your boy Dominic Mysterio?
I mean, I don't, you know, if Dominic feels like it, then Dominic feels like it. You know, I don't know. It's kind of,
If it could be sprinkled in.
yeah, because he'll probably win, Dominic. So, you know, I don't know if John wants to do that. If John wants to take another L, then maybe Dominic would be a good choice. But I don't know. I don't know for sure. I do know for sure that I'm anxious to see, because, like, that's the other thing, right? All of these matches have been such, like, there's been tributes thrown in. There's all this feel good to it. Brock's not down for any of that.
No.
You think you're getting tribute moves in a match with Brock Lesnar?
Absolutely not.
No.
I mean, we heard that from Ray earlier in the show.
Right.
Brock's just a completely different beast.
How about Ray saying, I didn't realize I was scared of Brock Lesnar until I stood in the ring with him, which, by the way, might be the all-time absolute worst time to realize that you're afraid of Brock Lesnar, when you're standing in the ring with him as an opponent.
But also for Rey Mysterio to not be afraid of him, I'm afraid of him every time I'm sitting on my couch
That's
at
right.
home watching it.
I'm
for Rey
terrified.
to have the confidence, no, that guy doesn't scare me until the second you step in the ring.
And then,
That tells you a lot about Rey Mysterio.
That's why he's a Hall of Famer.
That's right.
He's the giant killer.
Yeah.
He got lawn darted into the side of a Nitro. Okay. Ray is the dude. But Brock is that guy. I cannot wait to see this John Cena Brock Lesnar match and to see what it will be. And I am very anxious. Now he's eaten 3 F5s, 1 at SummerSlam, 2 at SmackDown. He didn't get 2 at SummerSlam, right? He got 1 at
one
SummerSlam. So 3 F5s have been dealt to him on this retirement tour. He is advertised. So next week on Raw, Punk, Becky, AJ Lee, Seth Rollins, John Cena. It's going to be astronomical. Before we get there, I do want to tell you about Fanatics One. You know about Fanatics One? We're
I've
talking
heard
about
Fanatics
football
One.
being back earlier. Fanatics One, for all you give to the game, and you give a lot to the game, Megan Morant. Now there's a loyalty program that gives back to you. Finally, because being a fan deserves to be rewarded. Only Fanatics One members earn fan cash and all that comes with it. Exclusive apparel, iconic experiences, rewards tailored to your fandom better than anyone else in the game. Join now on the Fanatics app and enjoy member benefits from day one. Free shipping and returns, exclusive access to product drops, and the ability to earn and redeem fan cash whenever you shop and play with Fanatics. You got to get on that. I told you to get on that. Have you gotten on that?
I'm going to get on that.
Okay, perfect.
I do give a lot of my time and money to the game.
Get ready for it to give back.
That's right.
It's going to be joyful. This is what we've got coming up, okay? We've got, not only, of course, we got NXT, we got everything, but we have Brock Lesnar on SmackDown on Friday.
Also, Friday on SmackDown, Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton.
Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton.
I saw that graphic today on the screen, and I was pumped for Friday.
Is this even real life? Then after SmackDown, YouTube goes on, worlds start to collide.
I'm going to need nice coffee.
Yeah, you're going to be up all night like Rhonda Shear on the USA Network. Worlds collide, and a potential new AAA Mega Champion with Dominic Mysterio and Vikingo.
Now you're saying potential before you said, in your opinion, he's going to win.
If you ask my opinion, he's winning.
Okay.
But then try to get some rest over the weekend, because you wake up on Monday and we have that huge Raw that I talked about, including John Cena. And of course, we will be here to recap it all. Make sure that you are subscribed across all audio podcast feeds. Make sure that you're watching on the WWE's YouTube channel. Like, comment, and we'll see you next week for another Raw recap, which is a WWE and Fanatics original production.